pieces breaking up and everything else on me. They're asking me why do I keep doing it? Well, I'll tell you why. I totally enjoy it. I I've been riding bikes since I've been, oh God, as early as I can remember. I mean, I can remember the first bike I actually got on my own. I didn't, well, I did pay for it. I guess I paid like $10 for it. It was in the back of somebody's house. This is back in Nova Scotia, actually, um, just outside of Digby. I had bought this. My family had moved there. My dad was fishing there at the time, in Pictou, I think it was, and we had a place. I remember it was in like there was like a sand dune there or whatever else, and a couple of houses. We lived in a blue house. I remember a blue house. Um, I wasn't that old. I think I was probably in around 12, 13, 14 years old, somewhere around there. But I always had a love for bikes. Um, I used to ride my friends when I was younger, that out around the countryside and stuff like that, dirt bikes. But this one bike I seen it behind this guy's house. It was in his part. It was in parts, you know. But I was the kind of person that always found joy out of tinkering with stuff and getting it working again. And needless to say, like I said, I paid very cheap for this bike. He let me take it home. I remember there was me and somebody else that had to push it home because it was way too big for me. Um, my dad and my mom weren't going to let me keep it, but they finally said, okay, well, he'll never get this going, and let me tinker with it in the backyard. Less to their May, I did get it going. It took me a long time. I figured out the wiring, what was going on with the wiring, and I had this old jumper cable that was hooked up to a battery, and it had an electric start, so boom, away she went. And I remember it didn't have no brakes. It was a, what was this thing? It was a 45, a V45, I think it was. V40, yeah, V45. And man, could this thing go. Holy moly. My feet didn't touch the ground. I remember I used to have to get my feet up on a bucket to get onto this bike. And it's got it starting, got it put down in first gear, and hit that throttle, zoom, away I went. It's a wonder well, it's a wonder I didn't kill myself, let's put it that way. The stuff I used to do with that bike. I did tumble a few times. Of course, I got a lot of bruises and banged up and this and that. Yeah, but I kept at her. I kept at her. Ever since then, I've been riding bikes. You know, I've had Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki's. You know, I've had them all. Um, I used to love my dirt bikes, Yamahas. I used to love my Yamaha 250. I actually got two 450s now and a 250 and a 125 Yamaha. If you can believe that. They're all in pieces, but they're there. I do have a Harley Davidson now. Um, that is that that's my dream bike, and I got it, and that's not going anywhere. I actually finally got that put away for the winter, like I said, and I'm happy that I did. Um, so, but why do I ride bike? It's the freedom. You wouldn't believe the freedom you have on a bike. You know, you get on that bike and you got that rumbling under your butt, and all you zoom away you go, and you're passing cars left, right, and center, and you know you're not really caring. You know, you put up the flap, you get the wind in your face. You know, it's great. It's really great. Um, Besides that, I mean, you know, when you're riding the bike, you don't really have to worry about anything. You're in your own little zone, right? Um, you focus. It makes you focus, let me tell you. It brings out senses that you never thought you had, you know? Um, but basically, it helps me to unwind too. I mean, if I've had a stressful bike, a stressful day or something like that, I'll get on my bike and I'll go for a boot. And by the time I get back or just halfway down the road, it's like everything that was bothering me is gone. You know, that's what it is for me. Other people like to go play golf or they play tennis or baseball or whatever else, or go for a drive in their car. Well, stuff that makes me not stress or helps me to relieve stress is on my bike, right? And I don't. That's never going to change. Even if I move to the Philippines, I know for a fact I'm going to have a bike. I know that. No hands, ifs, or buts. And there's nobody in this world that will ever stop me from riding a bike. I've seen a couple of things on YouTube lately. Is it YouTube or Facebook? I don't know which it is. But there's a picture of a guy that's 65 years old, and he says there's somebody on the other end says, "You're still riding." Well, that'll be me. I'll be the 65-year-old still riding, and there'll be some kid looking at me saying, "Why are you still riding?" And I'll say to him, "Because I want to, because I can, and because I will." Simple as that. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people have their own drugs. That's what it is. It's like a drug to me, you know. Um, the only thing is, I won't go out and sniff this or smoke this or anything like that. I don't need to get high to enjoy life. I hop on my motorbike. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you'll watch it, leave a comment, and subscribe and like, and come and join this little channel of ours and help it to grow to the next plateau. I'll see you in the next one, guys. And don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is our live stream. Please come, drop a comment. Let's chat. Let's see where it goes. Okay, guys, have a great evening. Have a great night. Keep your loved ones close. God bless. Bye for now.